Sovereign citizens, enforcement through administrative process and demand for Setoff. 1. Turning paper into performance. A recorded lien is only half the journey. The real test begins when you ask the system to perform, to balance the books. This step, known as enforcement, is where paperwork becomes power. The filer, now acting as both claimant and fiduciary, invokes the administrative process to demand offset or settlement of the account. So what does that actually mean? It means you're not begging for justice, you're billing for it. Once notice is given and default stands, you simply present the balance sheet. Footnote. Enforcement converts a perfected record into actionable demand for closure, invoking administrative remedy through proper channels. 2. The Setoff principle. Setoff is the art of accounting symmetry. When two parties owe each other, one obligation cancels the other. The filer asserts the right to offset the alleged public debt with private credit, a ledger-level reconciliation rather than a courtroom fight. So what does that actually mean? It means the world runs on math, not mercy. Every debit demands a credit, and if no one else is balancing it, the responsible party must. Footnote. Setoff recognizes mutual debt and credit as reciprocal obligations capable of extinguishing one another by operation of law. 3. Initiating the demand. The process begins with a formal demand for Setoff and adjustment, referencing prior filings and certified notices. The document lists the original account, evidence of dishonor, and instruction for discharge. It gives a clear time frame for administrative officers, usually 10 to 30 days, to comply or rebut. So what does that actually mean? It means you're giving the system a chance to balance its own checkbook before you escalate. Courtesy first, enforcement second. Footnote. A written demand referencing prior certified filings triggers the administrative obligation to respond or cure. 4. Silence and remedy. If the agency or obligor stays silent, the filer certifies non-response as tacit agreement to Setoff. The absence of rebuttal turns the demand into a self-executing order. At that moment, the matter is not a debate, it's an accounting adjustment waiting for reconciliation. So what does that actually mean? It means the system just admitted the debt without saying a word. And since words are optional, math takes over. Footnote. Administrative silence following a lawful demand constitutes implied acceptance and validates the filer's remedy request. 5. Forwarding to the Treasury or trustee. Once the administrative process closes, the filer may forward the record to the responsible fiscal agent, the Treasury, a trustee, or designated custodian, for bookkeeping entry. This isn't wishful thinking, it's procedural housekeeping. Every government entity uses double-entry accounting, and double entry requires a counterbalance. So what does that actually mean? It means if they booked you as a debtor, someone has to book you as a creditor. That's how the universe, and the ledger, stays balanced. Footnote. Forwarding the record to the fiscal authority enables formal accounting offset under established credit-debit symmetry.